Bye, everyone. Hey, people. We're here. We're back from Ice King's birthday party. It was awesome. We had cake. You guys missed it. Well, some of you missed it. The rest of you didn't miss it. So let's get the stream started as was the plan until we had a bunch of fun hanging out with Ice King. All right, give me a second here. Just give me time, guys. I got to get set up. Oh, there's some music. A little bit loud. Okay, so regular stream. So we're gonna go ahead. Hold on, everybody. Just wait. Wait a second, guys. Come on. There's much to be done before we can start the stream officially. We have to do today's game, though. I haven't done it yet. I went straight from eating dinner to hanging out with Ice King. All right, we're there. All right, let's go. Game duel. Let's do it. Audio's working. Everybody can hear it. Everybody can hear my voice. Ooh, what is this? This looks like a ninja game. If you're new here and you're wondering what I do the game duel at the beginning of every stream. It's not Double Dragon. What is this? Ninja. It's another ninja game. We're always getting ninja games. Ninja Gaiden, maybe. Aha! Ninja Gaiden. So many ninja things from the 80s. Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden Dark Sword of Chaos. There we go. All right, artwork. And then everybody is like, oh my gosh, how do you know these games? And it's like, well, that's my entire life. What is this? I'm gonna say Okami. I don't think that's right, but I'm seeing like an animated dragon. Is this another ninja thing? Mark of the Ninja. Oh my gosh, it's another ninja game. Watch this be another ninja. Bumps Retro Racing. No, I think this is F-Zero. Not F-Zero. Stunts, Wheelie, and Speedrun. Excite Bike. There we go. All right, we got it. Rilip says Okami has a wolf. It does. It does have a wolf. It has a wolf with a pen or like a calligraphy brush or whatever. Okay, we're going into Stationeers. Let's do this. Big plans today. Big plans. There was just an update, but that shouldn't affect anything. It just added stuff. So let's get in there. I've been playing on Europa with Ice King and friends. And now we're back on Vulcan, where everything's hot all the time, even at night. Things are really heating up. All right, here we are. So let's see what we were doing. I am standing in the lobby. 0 days to the next, or 0 seconds. I was gonna work on rockets today, so I think that's what we're gonna do next. So let me slightly turn the music down. Sounds a little bit too loud, but oh, I guess it wasn't. It was just the right amount. We gotta turn it down in my headphones. Okay, we're off. So we have the rocket factory now, whatever it's called, rocket print. And now we just have to learn how to build rockets. I am proud of Commander Epsilon Niner. You only blew up 4 pieces of cable and set up wind turbine. Well, way to go. Wind turbines are where it's at, especially on Vulcan. I know you're on Mars, right? So they're not as good on Mars, but they're definitely usable. I'm excited to see more. We expect great things from you, Commander. No, I don't need paint. I have all this junk in my inventory I don't need right now. I'm gonna go over and show you guys what I've been working on. And I wish Mighty Stoosh was here because he would really appreciate this. Because he was the one begging me to do rocket stuff, right? Let me better see what time it is. Oh, you got the, okay, good. You got batteries set up. That's the most important thing early game. Temperatures are going up, so we don't want to go out right now. That makes sense. What are we doing on? Okay, everything looks good here. So it's too hot to go out. Let's go check hydroponics. Good stuff. Good stuff. Also, okay, I guess I have to do a quick tour for all the new people here. I'm just running around like I own the place. So let's go outside the front of the base and you'll see the front of the, oh, storm's coming. Nice. So let's start from the main entrance and we'll go from there. I did mention the power control station. We will get there. So let's start with the power generation. Right now, we're rocking several solar panels. These are heavy solar panels, so they don't take damage during storms. And then we have 10 wind turbines set up, running into 3 large batteries. We also have a backup coal generator with a silo full of coal for emergencies. And up there, that just goes up to the landing pad and stuff. We'll see that when we come out the top. So we go in the main entrance. And it is totally, it's pressurized in here. It's climate controlled, so you can just have your helmet open or whatever. There's lights in most of the rooms now. Still working on that. This is what I call the ready room. Basically, equipment for going outside. You can drop your suit. You can recharge your stuff. You can get batteries, tools, whatever. You go through a hallway here. All the hallways have windows so you can see outside into the rock. We are under a mountain. This is sort of the common room, I guess. It's got the kitchen, extra storage. This is eventually going to get moved, and this might get moved too eventually. Do I have the storm monitor set up? Yeah, I do, actually. And I also have a another one down here that also tells me when there's going to be a storm, so I can look. Rilip was helping me out with that over the weekend. All right, and then this is our habitable atmospherics area. This is specifically for oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and that's it, pretty much. We don't deal with volatiles or anything, or nitrous oxide. And then hydroponics. This is the cooling. Outside is where the cooling happens. Currently, what are we sitting at right now? Should be pretty cool. 80 degrees. CO2 is 36, and oxygen, I mean, oxygen is 18, 20, basically. This is hydroponics. You can see the plants in there. We monitor the temperature and the pressure, and we siphon out the oxygen. This is the nitrogen tank for the soybeans. And I have 2 vents that either pump in carbon dioxide or nitrogen as needed. Also have a recycler here for biomass and a water tank here, which connects into the hydroponics area. Why are you getting evil Bond villain vibes? Because it's built under a volcano, basically. All right, so going back through the common room, now we will go look at the furnace room. Furnace and workshop. So this is where the main printers are. The tool printers over there. We have fuel production, which pulls in volatiles from below and filters them out and then mixes with oxygen to make fuel. And then the fuel goes into the furnace where we can then smelt things. Stuff goes in, stuff comes out. Can't explain that. So I left one of the machines on. Whoops. Lights also. All right, next stop, the elevator. One of the centerpieces of the base is this elevator that takes us up. So this is floor number 2. So far, the only thing here is the trade area, which is over here. So this is where we bring in gas from outside. Well, we buy gas, we bring it into the mix tank or the sorting tank, and then we send it into whichever tank the gas type is. And we have water as well. This is the vending machine. This is our trade area. We can contact various traders and bring them in if we need them. I guess we can pop outside. I'll show you the landing pad setup. Let's take a peek. So this is a 9x9, which is the largest. And then it has a 25 meter runway. You can see I built it up above the terrain. So there you go. You can watch stuff come in, they'll land, they'll turn. And we're getting to you. Don't worry, we're getting over there. There's the dish up top. You now understand why I was frustrated with you? You got, I mean, I had to learn too. Like, everybody's got to learn. And once you have the basics down, it's pretty trivial to just build big and just like add stuff as you go. So then we go up to the 3rd floor, or floor 6, I guess. And this is the power control area, kind of my office as well. So basically what this does is we can monitor power production, which is also tracked here, and power consumption, which is also tracked here. So we know if we're generating more power than we're consuming. This will also change colors. So right now we're consuming more power than we're generating, so we're drawing from the battery. So this is going to be red. And we can also turn on the generator. So that'll turn the generator on. We start producing an extra 20 kilowatts as needed, but then we can shut it off. And this is the storm tracker. This will tell us when the next storm is. These are all run off of these chips in here. So just some extra stuff. And here's my office. Keep my laptop up here. Little desk light. Completely useless, but looks cool. And also gives you sort of a nice view of, you can kind of track when how the wind is doing, how the solar's doing. Mighty Stoosh, you saw me over on Ice King stream. I told you guys I was going to be over there. Rilip says the power and storm tracker are pretty sweet. I know, right? Okay, now we'll see if we can beat the storm here, and I'll go out and show you what I've been working on. So Mighty Stoosh, please be ready, because this one I did for you specifically. It's not done yet. We probably won't finish it tonight, but I would like to get some work done on it. We gotta make sure we're back before the storm happens, so we'll just fly over there quick. So on the other side of the mountain, so there's a tunnel underground, but this is the launch platform for the rockets that I've been working on. So we currently have an engine in place with some fuselages. We have to still build the rocket, of course, and I've got the umbilicals ready. They're not in the right spot, but they're eventually going to get moved as I build stuff. And my plan is to hook everything up to the main control center up there. We have an airlock here. It's not wired up or anything, but it's there. How many hours do I have in this world? I have no idea. I'm like, what did it say? Like 200 and something days in. And then this is the rocket tracking computer. There's nothing hooked up yet. And this tunnel goes all the way back through the mountain. And I will show you. I still have to seal it up and everything, but basically it's going to connect to right here. So yeah, that just goes, that's the trading room on the other side there. So once we have finished the control room, we can, I don't know if I'm gonna do just a straight hallway or if we're gonna build rooms here, because there's lots of room from one side to the other. All right, we should probably get out of here before the storm happens. We go quick. Oh, I forgot to mention we have a new sound alert for Friday the 13th, from Friday the 13th part 5, A New Beginning. Feel free to use it. It's great. I love it. And now we're gonna fly home before the storm happens. I did a lot off stream, Rilip, so I don't know if 40 hours is correct. All right, we're back inside. So yeah, with 20 seconds to spare, we'll actually go up to the tracking room. We can watch the storm roll in. So there's another one.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Take that, Michael. All right, so we can watch the storm. Kind of see it. It picks up the ash and stuff. You can see the storm tracker going. It turns red when there's a storm happening. Jack has been tossed around. Sorry, Jack. It's all right. It's more stationeers. It's good for everybody. So you can see now that there's a storm, it puts our production up to like 90 kilowatts. So the charge is starting to fill up real fast. Like, honestly, this is usually pretty flat, but when there's a storm, it goes nuts. You can see the production went all the way up to 90. All right, so that is the tour. Any other questions before we get started? We could use some, yeah, I was thinking that. Could use some more batteries for the wind turbines because they do fill up. But we're not really hurting for power at the moment. Once we get this rocket stuff down, I think we'll probably need more. But right now, the main thing I need is more cable, actually. Let me see. Oh, we have 50. Never mind. I think what I really, really need is insulated pipes. So there are a lot of pipes that we're going to need to fuel the rocket and to make the fuel to put in the rocket to begin with. Well, I don't like motion sensor lights, Rilip, because sometimes I want a light to stay on in a room that I'm not going to be in. Pipe. Insulated pipe. Let's start making a bunch of those. Looks like we need more silicon. I pre-made some. Good. So we'll let that run. I'll go get something to eat here. I think we have fries in the kitchen. We do. Not nearly enough, though. Here we got a little bit of soy oil. Let's make some fries. All right, all right. Rilip wants the lights on. Fine. Lights are on. There you go. You happy? They're mostly there for aesthetic purposes. Oh, also, I finished the ceiling in here. Let me know what you guys think. I actually did a lot of work on a lot of the ceilings around the base. Forgot to show there's lights in here now. Not in here. I don't think we need lights in the storage area for the gases, but at least for the workshop. Add an occupancy sensor for Rilip. He's never here. What good would that do? There we go. Okay, we got our first batch. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of these. I should take my suit off, get naked. I mean, I can. Sure, why not? Just to show that I can. Like the storm's over. Maybe not. So there we go. We can run around in just our uniform here. Is there something better than just dumping things on the floor? What do you mean? Yeah, of course there is. Keeping it organized in lockers. Or do you mean when I get my items out of the thing? I mean, putting them through the stacker first is definitely better, because then at least they form a stack instead of dumping 17 pipes out in the middle of nowhere. I did get the new update. Yeah, because I was just playing with Ice King, and then when I started the game up again, it's like, oh, major update. And I'm like, well, I haven't messed with the Larrys yet. Maybe it's time to start thinking about messing with the Larrys. So we'll see. Right now my goal is to get the rockets moving. I think if I get the rockets working, then it'll be time to move on to the Larry arms. And at that point, I do have a lot of open space to work with as far as the long hallway to the rocket compound works. So I'll definitely have to fill that in with something. Oh, we need steel. Oh, I have some. Nice. I pre-made steel. That was smart of me. So one of the other things that I need to do is I need to set up a new fuel production facility over closer to the rockets. How complicated is my base electrical wiring? It's actually very simple, and I can show it to you here because I have the scanners. So we'll yeah, I think we'll stop at 61 here. We'll let that run. So starting at the power in, everything comes in from the main entrance from the power. So there's the solar, there's the solid, and there's the wind, and that all goes to station batteries. And then this is the main line right here. And then that comes in through the airlock, and then it just attaches to APCs as we go. So it attaches to this one, which powers the airlock. Some things are on the main line, like this LED display is on the main line because it connects to the storm sensor and the IC10 stuff upstairs. But pretty much everything is going to be, first the main line connects to an APC, and then the APC connects to everything in that room. So here's the APC for the common room. There's another one for just the fridge, because I couldn't get a cable around the back here. It was really annoying to try to figure it out, so I just put another APC. That's an exception. And each of these hallways has its own APC and door and vent network. In the event that I have to turn these into an emergency airlock, I can. So here you can see the APC for the furnace room. Everything runs to that. Yeah, it's it's pretty simple. You could be simpler, but I think it would be less useful, or it would be worse. Like you could just connect everything to one big wire. Yeah. So there you go. Some people use transformers. I really like APCs because not only do they have the extra battery in there for emergencies, it's basically a UPS, right? So if the main power line gets cut, or if there's not enough power, you know, I have use of the machines in that area until the battery dies. Other people use transformers, which is another option too. Let's see. So yeah, basically heavy power spine that then connects to APCs as needed. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's take a look if we have any other pipes here we can use. Oh, we do. Wonderful. So we'll add that. Look at that. We have more pipes to paint. Let's get those painted. We'll put on my my suit here and then go into the airlock. We can paint these. Yeah, got them. Any other questions? Other than how long did this take? Because I legitimately have no idea exactly how long this took. I've been playing a lot on the weekend in addition to playing on stream, so it's been pretty crazy. Just stack these up so I can paint them real quick. And some people will tell you, oh, just paint one and then, you know, pick up the stack or whatever. I don't like doing that. So you can do that if you want. I'm gonna paint them all because I assume that's some kind of like limitation of the engine that'll get patched out eventually. There we go. They'll make it so you can't stack different color items. Rilip says it would be interesting if they made you do circuits. It's kind of funny. The areas they spend a lot of time on, like gas pressure, then kind of hand wave at electricity. I mean, it is a circuit, I assume. It's a cable, so there's multiple actual things in there, right? I sound like a Warhammer player. What, we're gonna paint them all? We're gonna paint them all individually? You have to pay for the paint. I did briefly own Warhammer figures, and then for about an hour I was like, wow, this is going to be really fun, and then I realized I had to paint them and assemble them, and I said, this does not sound fun anymore. I'm out. Oh, do I have soy? You have some soybeans. Let's get those fixed up. Really, that only gives us 9, huh? I guess it's 1 per. All right, let's head outside and start running the oxygen line. Oh, you don't like having the data and the electricity on the same cables? I mean, there could be like a bundle in there. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works in real life. Oh, here, I finally found a use for a flag. This marks where I can get inside and access the tunnel network. I kept getting lost trying to get through these tunnels. I just put a flag down where the entrance was. All right, so oxygen is just running down the middle here. We're just gonna run that line straight across. And you're probably asking, but Star Shard, why are you running oxygen all the way across to the other side? Because I need oxygen to make fuel. Duh. And it's not like I'm going to be making oxygen over there. There's no oxygen over here. It's just hot volatiles and carbon dioxide and pollutants. Well, okay, so Emmy's making fun of me. But guys, it's not like putting Lego figures together, all right? You gotta like use glue and shit. It's miserable. And there's like 50 guys and you gotta paint them each individually. First of all, I'm not really like the kind of guy who paints stuff. So that was already gonna be a problem. I don't trust myself to paint my own toys. But it was, I don't know. It just seemed like it was gonna be a big investment. I'm glad I got out when I did. Because imagine if I was a Warhammer player now, I wouldn't be able to stream. I'd be deep in debt. Be going to conventions and stuff, playing Warhammer. I mean, look at how much work I put into this. Don't act like I don't do anything that requires work. I mean, yeah, sure, most of the time I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's too much work. But look at all this effort I put in. I built this whole new area to build the rockets. I had to learn how to build rockets in the first place. Now I gotta run pipes. I ran the cable over here already. Now I gotta run pipes. I gotta build a whole new fuel production facility just to fuel my rockets. Looks like Space Mordor. It basically is. That's what I like about it. I should be able to get out right here, I think. Yeah. Perfect. That's what the flag is for. Okay, well, there goes all of our pipes. So that's done for now. Guess we can make more pipes. Rilip says, I bet if Star had a Warhammer figurine game, he'd be all over it. You mean Total War Warhammer? Because that already exists. They already made it. It's all right. I've played the first two. All right, it's time to get more pipes. Oh, that you had to paint. Actually, did play a game similar to that where you had to build little mecha suits and paint them. You had to snip them out of the sprues and attach them and paint each part. It was kind of fun, except for the painting part. I didn't like the painting. Yeah, I think that game that you're talking about, Rilip, exists. Not for Warhammer specifically, because I mean, whatever, like Warhammer or any other kind of little miniature combat game where you have to paint the pieces and assemble them. Or any model making, really. That exists in some capacity, I'm sure. Running low on charcoal. Maybe we can go see what the traders are offering. Also, if anybody has an idea for a color scheme, because right now everything's pretty much white and orange, which is like the default colors. So if you want the walls to maybe like be a color, or you know, different colors per area or floor or whatever. All right, what do we got here? Stellar Sprouts actually sounds pretty good. We can get them. It'll take 30 seconds, it says. Rilip is saying orange, black, and purple for spooky season. Well, I want this to go beyond spooky season. But I could definitely do like black walls, maybe. Oh, we can go out and see the ship coming in. If you've never seen a atmospheric craft land before. Ice King wants puce and periwinkle. I don't think they have that. They only have real colors. So you can see it's coming down to the landing pad. And touchdown. Settled in. Go down the landing pad. Get to the center of the landing pad and then turn. And bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a little guy. Let's see what he wants to buy today. He wants to buy a planter. Okay, let's write this down so we can sell this to him. So he wants a planter. One planter. 35 pipes. And one utility liquid pipe. All right, we'll sell him that. I need to make some money. I'm running a little low. What's he selling? Seeds? Yeah, I'm a little short on cash right now. The question is, Commander, do you have to paint? Do you have to assemble and paint the guys yourself? Because I think that's what he's getting at. You have to assemble the models and paint them, and then maybe you don't even get to play the game. You just have to build them. All right, what? Okay, I wrote this down. This is why I write it down, because I would never remember. Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot I left this running. That's okay, we're gonna need all this anyway. Eventually. So we need a planter. Oh, planter. One planter, please. We should actually make one of these for the kitchen. So we can grow potatoes or something right next to the kitchen. And then pipes, liquid pipes. No, pipe. Liquid pipe. And he wants 35 of these, huh? Okay. I guess in the meantime we can fry up some iron. Get in there, good. Rilip thinks I would be an orc player. No, I'm a Tau player. In 40k at least. Orcs don't really appeal to me. I don't know, why would you think orcs appealed to me? If anything, I'd be like Eldar. I guess the Tyranids have a unique draw to me. Or Necrons. Ooh, Necrons would be so good. I just like Tau. I like their combat style more. They're really heavy focused on long range. And then I guess so is like Imp-Guard and the Eldar. If you're talking about Warhammer, like Warhammer Fantasy, not Age of Sigmar, I like High Elves and Dwarves. Oh, and Lizardmen. I like Lizardmen. Rilip only thinks that because of Orc Massage, Emmy says. Listen, guys. What I do on my days off from streaming is none of your business, first of all. Pipe, utility kit, liquid. And I don't have Orc Massage. You guys can see all the games I have on Steam. I don't have Orc Massage. I've considered it. Maybe if it goes on like a deep discount, maybe I'll put it on my wish list. But I have enough games that I don't play that I don't need to buy another one. And why would I need to play Orc Massage when I can just watch a complete playthrough of it for free on the internet? You think about that? How many games do I own? Oh, that's a great question. I have an outdated list. Let me see if that still works. Game list? Is that games list? There it is. Does that actually go to anywhere? It's a Google Doc. So that's very outdated, but that's all the games I pulled off of Steam like a year and a half ago, I think. And that's like almost 500 long. Steam says 710. Oh, God. I think some of those are like DLCs. I don't have a full 710 just floating around. Okay, let's head back out. Get our helmet open while we're doing this. So there are two ways to trade. You can either hold the thing in your hand or you can put it in the vending machine. I'm going to put it in the vending machine because we got a lot of junk. Which is faster. Close helmet. You own more than me on PC? Well, that doesn't include my anything on GOG or Epic or I guess any other like random service I have, but as far as Steam goes, yeah, probably. I've really slowed down my games acquisition in I don't know. I'm just more picky about what I buy these days. Okay, do we... I guess we want to paint these. I think it's just... At this point, I think we have to start planning to build a giant gas production facility. So I guess that's my next goal. So I built all these frames after all. Which of these should Star play next? And you can just look, I don't know if you can look at my stuff on Steam too to see if there's anything on there that you want to see me stream. FTL is on there. I think everybody bought FTL, right? That was like a must-buy game when it came out. Was that before or after Slay the Spire? Because I feel like those two games sort of established the trend of roguelike. I don't want to say deck builder, but that style of strategy roguelike where you go and, you know, point to point and do things. FTL, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say sort of the granddaddy of the modern roguelike craze. I gotta paint these first. Get these painted. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, also, I totally forgot to tell you. So remember how last week I said I was gonna watch Meet the Deedles this weekend? Well, guess what? I watched it, and not only did I watch it. Oh, let's try not to die here. Let's try not to get. Yeah, I forgot to close my helmet. Whoops. I really gotta get that chip back in my hard suit that tells me when I'm in a bad spot and it'll close my helmet automatically. X wants to see Raft. You could vote for it. I mean, or not vote for it, but pay for it. I beat Raft twice, once solo and once with Pangolin. So I'd be down. I think they might have added some more stuff to it. Ultimately, it's like okay, but I think the problem is like a lot of the neat stuff that they added is for endgame, and there's not really any point to doing an endgame in that game. Get to the end and you're like, okay, I won. Now what? 7, and I think this will be the end of it, so we will put the pieces there for the next hallway set. The game, I don't think Raft still gets updated anymore. I think Raft had its 1.0 release, and then they were done as far as I know. But it was in early access for a long time. It was one of those. Not beating the allegations, that's for sure. All right, let's get this welded up. So what are we building now? This is going to be our rocket fuel processing facility. And that's it. That's what this is. It's going to bring in it's going to bring in volatiles from outside. It's going to cool everything to like a reasonable temperature so it's not auto-igniting. And then it's going to mix everything into fuel, and then it's going to store it to be transferred to the rocket pad. And that's it. That's what this area is going to do. We don't probably need this much space to do that, but I'm going to dig out this much just because it saves me some trouble in the future if we need to do something else. We can go... I'm debating if I just want to have one over here that just maybe has monitoring equipment and then everything else is over this way. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try that, see how that looks. We can always expand this. Before we pressurize it, we've got time to change how things look. And that's one of the reasons we're out here working at night, because this is not a pressurized environment like my base. I can't be out here during the day or I'll roast. Oh, I see the sun's coming up. And by the sun, Reciteer. You like Reciteer, Hex? I've never actually beaten it. I have played it quite a bit, though. I always get to a point and I'm like, I feel like I've seen the whole game now. Which obviously I haven't because I haven't finished it, but it's all right. I like that style of game. Like, you do one thing and then you do another thing. Kind of like Persona has that. You have your daytime and then you have your nighttime activities. It's grindy way before the end. Maybe that's what happened, yeah. I mean, it's your channel points. Do with it what you wish. Okay, so I think this looks reasonable. There's enough room here to put a monitoring equipment or like IC-10 chips or whatever, and then the rest, everything else, will go over here. Start digging this out. And I know the sun, Janus, the black hole, is coming up. It's all right. We'll be okay for a couple of minutes here. I wish it was winter again, but I think we went through yet another winter. So we're back in the summertime or maybe the spring. I don't know if there's a way to tell what season you're in other than keeping track of orbits. Like solar inclination. All right, let's weld up what we can, which is not a lot because I used all of my steel sheets apparently. Come back and get more. Excess stone hearth. Yep, stone hearth. I bought it because I like Dwarf Fortress and I feel like they haven't done anything with it. But I mean, it's not like I'm gonna give it back at this point. It's not really an option. Oh boy. Okay, so I guess this just runs into here and then we figure out how we're gonna maneuver it later. Because basically this has to come in here. We got to bring in volatiles, which we can just bring in from outside. That's not a problem. And there should be plenty of room. And then we run the fuel line. I don't think I want to run it necessarily through here, but we could, I guess. It wouldn't hurt anything as long as we keep it isolated. The devs got purchased, declared the game finished. Yeah, that's... Where have I heard that before? Yep, so that is the Rocket Launch Control Center. I thought it would be kind of cool to have a little overlook area for the rocket launch pad, and it does look cool, actually. I'm pretty proud of myself on that one. I bought Unreal World many years ago, and when it released on Steam, they said I could get it on Steam, so I got a Steam key for it. Yeah. That was, I feel like that was in high school at this point. Holy cow. That game is old. All right, let's get out of this suit while we do some work around the base. Now the nice thing about these, if you haven't seen these before, these are the suit storage. Basically, it'll charge your suit, refill the air tank, empty the waste tank, and also fill up the jetpack if you put it in there. I keep my jetpack on because that's all my storage. Kind of need that. That and weight, yeah. I got a lot of games on there, Hex. That's why I only play Stationeers, because I have too many to choose from. All right, we need more frames, we need more sheets. Story of my life. I'm getting an idea in my head, and it involves stairs. I think there's going to be some stairs involved here. Excess Stationeers was fun for the first week or so. Of me streaming it or of me playing it? Yeah, that's why I'm gonna yeah, no Baldur's Gate. I have a, I don't know how I would, a tenuous relationship with CRPGs. It seems like they should appeal to me as a TTRPG player, but every time I play one, I get frustrated. So I have Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous on there. I have Divinity Original Sin on there, but you're not gonna find a lot of them. Yeah. I don't care about the plants right now. We have too much food as it is. We'll just let them keep making oxygen. Okay. We need frames. We're gonna need stairs. Let me see how many stairs I have. I don't think I have any stairs, actually. Let's go check the other ones. So the last CRPG I played, and this was a community goal, was Knights of the Old Republic. And everybody here in this chat room right now will tell you how miserable that was. For me, everybody else enjoyed it because they got to watch me suffer. That game does not hold up at all. Everyone's like, oh, BioWare's so good. And like, BioWare no good. We need stairs. Some walls. Am I listening to the Doom theme? Let's see. Yep, that's from Doom Eternal. That is, in fact. Good ear. Slabe, subscribe with Prime. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thanks a bunch.
I'm reaping all the benefits.
I hope I'm saying things that you like, and that's why you subbed. Look, I played the first Mass Effect. I didn't finish it, but I did play it several times. I thought it was okay. I think it's a little overrated, honestly. And I think people... I don't know, I remember everybody complaining about the ending for Mass Effect 3, and that seems to have fallen by the wayside as people demand more BioWare games. Like, guys, do you remember what happened last time they made a game? Now they're making this new Dragon Age game, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, the people who made all those good games aren't there anymore. or good games, I guess I should say, because I don't think they're all good. Slave's been watching my hard mode KSP playthrough. You're loving it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, KSP's on Fridays. We're doing another playthrough. I don't know if you saw, it started. It is, we're actually doing a lot better. Jeb hasn't died yet, which is nice. But I figured with the death of KSP2, it was time to resurrect KSP1 on the stream. So, if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. And I also need to make some doors. Need to make some interior doors for this. Yeah, we talk about KSP2 quite a bit on the channel, but it's sad, but also, I don't know, it's probably bound to happen. KSP is a very niche product, and you know, they get bought up by a big company, they want to make a huge profit off of it. I don't know, it was a recipe for disaster. All right, what's next? Sheets, we need sheets. Steel sheets, and then we'll need plastic and glass. Commander says, if we talk Star Wars games, Republic Commando will always have my heart. Is that the one where you have a team? Or you have a team of clone troopers? Or am I thinking of a different one? Yeah, we'll see what they do with KSP2. I mean, like, Take-Two could just sit on it. I haven't seen a lot of Kerbal merch, which you'd think would be something they'd be pushing, like little Kerbal plushies and Funko Pops and stuff. Maybe that's the next thing to expect. But they started making KSP2 and it was all very, I don't know, something. I want to say rushed, but it didn't feel very rushed. I posit that the best thing for them to do would just to release the IP and let the open source community take a crack at a Kerbal game. Although that comes with its own host of problems too. I don't know. I've seen all the drama that happens in these open source games. Everybody bitches about, well, this guy pushed this, this messes up my plata. This is not my view for the game. Everybody is wrong. Or if you have a complaint about it, like, well, you learned to code and you fix it. It's open source. Like, I don't know how to fix the problem. I'm just telling you what the problem is. If I know how to fix it, I'd make my own game. I wouldn't contribute to this open source thing. Oh no, the cam broke. Hold on. We'll fix that. Thanks everybody for pointing that out. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. There we go. All right. I think we should be back. We're back in business. There we go. I think my favorite Star Wars game continues and will always be Episode 1 Racer. And maybe... I guess like the original Battlefront games. Battlefronts 1 and 2, even though I didn't really get to play them in their prime. But I really liked the early Battlefield games, and it's basically the same thing. All right. So that I was right. That is the Republic Commando game. I want to say I didn't play it, but it looked fun. Kind of like a Star Wars SOCOM game. If anybody remembers SOCOM. Philip says I wouldn't enjoy it, but he really liked Fallen Order. Is that the one where you're a... What is that one? With the like Tomb Raider style one? It's like a bunch of cinematic combats. All right, I think we're just gonna go out there in the heat, whatever. We're not doing anything else. I want to try to get the basic layout for this field production facility set up now. Commander still plays the old Battlefront 2. Heck yeah. Yeah, I grew up playing not so much 1942 because I didn't have a computer at the time, but Battlefield 2 was my jam. I loved Battlefield 2. And I feel like the newer Battlefields just don't quite live up to the hype of like a 64 player battle in those old Battlefield games. Those were great. We got our work cut out for us here. There's a lot of rock to drill through. Maybe I should get those mining charges out finally. Although this close to the base, I'd be a little concerned. This sounds like Avatar music. This is fun. But here's what I'm thinking. Stairs on either side. And then this will go down. So let me get the wall up here. We'll have a window. We'll have windows. It'll be kind of like our other atmospheric area, except instead of a catwalk, this will just go like that. Put some glass doors in. Oh shit, I didn't bring nearly enough plastic for this. Oh no. I only have enough for that at least. Oh, that just requires sheets. Okay. Nice. I guess we can glass this up so we can see what we can expect as we finish this. Slave says also, if you want me to not talk about KSP on non-Fridays. Oh no, we can talk about any games. I mean, honestly, we can talk about anything. Usually we talk about games and movies, as I imagine most streamers do. Speaking of movies, guys, how about that Minecraft trailer, huh? Jack Black, he's gonna be in it. He's Steve. I talked to my nephew about it. He's 10. He wants to see it, but he said his parents aren't gonna take him to see it because the last movie they went to go see was Inside Out 2. And I was like, what difference does that make? I think they just don't want to take him to see Minecraft. I don't know. Yeah, the game has better resolution than the movie. I mean, listen, the special effects aren't finished. Let them cook. Let them cook. They've had 15 years to make a Minecraft game or a movie, but let them cook, I guess. Whatever. The technology simply is not there to make a Minecraft movie. But it just made an animated one. I don't know why they had to make it live action. The Mario movie wasn't live action and everybody loved that. All right, let's start drilling some more over here. So one thing you'll learn about me is that no speck of dirt can poke through my beautiful walls. Extremely important that we get rid of every piece that could poke through the walls before we weld them up. Like, we're gonna... Oh no, that's actually fine. Just say I thought we might have a problem there, but we do not. Heck says, any chance they'll do a Sonic and take the fan reviews into consideration? No, they've already finished the movie. This isn't one character they have to go back and replace in every scene. This is the entire movie. There's no way they can do it. I mean, outside of like just hiring a new company to turn the entire movie into like a machinima, and just keeping the voiceover, I don't think there's anything they can do. Like, you've made your live action Minecraft movie, now lie in it. So I guess we'll see, you know, maybe it'll have a heartfelt story about, you know, someone whose fantasy was so powerful that they got sucked into this magical world and now they're looking for a way out. So, you know, they've called forth heroes from the other realm to help them. I don't know, you could do something with that. I don't think the Minecraft movie is gonna do it, but there's definitely something there. Sort of a, you know, modern day Alice in Wonderland type situation. Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody's talking about the Minecraft movie now. That takes the pressure off of me. Speaking of movies, oh, I totally forgot. Meet the Deedles. I watched Meet the Deedles over the weekend, and it was as funny as the trailer looked, guys. I was laughing. I think Emmy might have chuckled a few times. Maybe she was just laughing that I was laughing. I don't know. That doesn't matter. Either way, we watched the whole movie. I even got off my computer to watch it, which never happens. I got up, I went over there behind the camera and sat on the couch and watched an entire movie. Something I haven't done in, I don't know, several months probably. Yeah, of course, Rilip's gonna be a jerk about it. She was laughing at me. I mean, whatever, you know, whatever is entertaining for her, I guess. She can't appreciate the comedy in a surf bum, fish out of water story starring, hold on, okay, this has a star-studded cast, by the way. It's got Paul Walker, it's got Dennis Hopper, it's got Robert Englund, it's got John Ashton, it's got the lady from Emmy Said My So-Called Life, which I've never seen, but I guess she was in that. So, you know, star-studded cast. This isn't their first rodeo, you know. Robert Englund, yeah, that's Freddy Krueger right there. He's in a comedy movie. It's great. I guess you could say the Nightmare on Elm Street movies are kind of comedies, at least the later ones. Okay. I was not expecting these songs to have lyrics, but here we are. This is, I'm going to watch The Matrix with my kids this weekend. Are they old enough to watch The Matrix? Are you sure? It's rated R, isn't it? I guess there's not really a whole lot going on in that first one other than like a lot of cartoon violence. Probably don't watch the Animatrix or the sequels, although for both very different reasons. I quite liked the Animatrix when it came out. I think I was like 14. It's good. I'll watch it. Aeon Flux. They did something like that for Star Wars a couple of years ago, maybe now, where they had all these different animation studios sort of do their take on Star Wars, which I thought was neat. I think that's probably one of the more interesting things they've done with Star Wars. Ever since Star Wars Detours flopped, or never, I guess it didn't flop, it never saw the light of day, sadly. Yo, dude, the dark side's like pretty cool. You should like join and stuff. Darth Vader trying to be hip. All right, we need more steel. Let's go get it. So this is what I'm thinking though. Basically, we have sort of our, I don't know, monitoring area, and then we have tanks and filtration units and like a cooling system. And then we have like a chimney that goes up into the atmosphere so we can bring in gas as needed. Rilip says, I'm waiting for 6 new Matrix movies and Commander's going to bed. That's, yeah, no, go to bed. It's like 2 in the morning there, isn't it? Yeah, get some sleep. I will catch you next time you're streaming. Oh yes, James Earl Jones died. Emmy sent that to me. Very sad, but I mean, he was old, so, you know, it's not like unexpected. Like at some point, everyone's got to die. It's not, I mean, I guess, you know, even Betty White died, and the joke was that she was old. I just hope that I have as prolific a career. Yeah, right. As James Earl Jones. No, probably not. Let's be realistic. It's 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, get some sleep. I gotta get some sleep at some point here. I'm going a little later than normal because we started later on account of we were playing with Ice King, but I will definitely be ending around 10. We're making good progress here, so I don't want to necessarily stop right this second. Yeah, I know, Rilip. I really gotta put my money where my mouth is. Some F-Zeros. Excellent. Man, all those Nintendo games have such good music. How did they do it? How do you make music? I guess, I don't know, you just, this sounds cool when you do this, so that's the music now? Might be that simple. And yeah, no halftime. Sorry, guys. Well, you know what? You got to hang out and watch Ice King Shred if you were watching earlier over on his channel, where we finally got that Europa base up and running. After, like, everybody died. There were like 20 skulls in there. How did they die so many times? There was a pile of skulls when I showed up. Why do I have one copper ingot? That's just in case we need to refill one of the machines. I just thought it would be nice to have some extra metal up on the shelves there. And the walls looked kind of boring without something up there. So, you know. Might do more signs later. This game desperately needs more decorations. Steel frames. Come on, steel frames. Show me the steel. It's taking forever. Let's go get something to eat. Nom nom nom. How are my eggs doing? Eggs are not looking great, actually. All my milk was about to decay there. It's a little concerning. Some water. There we go. Okay. So what if I grabbed a Darga Fern and put it in a planter out here? I mean, what's the CO2 level right now? 3.89. How much CO2 can you have in the air before it starts becoming a problem in real life? People were talking about that in the Discord earlier. The Stationeers Discord. Someone's like, why don't we have CO2 poisoning in the game yet? It's like, because everybody would die. The same reason you don't get oxygen toxicity. It's the game literally starts you with a pure mix of oxygen. Like, there's no other way to do it. We're gonna make some steel. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. Can't explain that. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, temperature should be good. As long as it stays above 900, right? For steel. Because we're gonna need a bunch more of these frames. And sheets as well. Get the sheets going. It's kind of like Bayonetta. Maybe it is. Let's take a look. It is Bayonetta. Yay! I know video game music. All right. So while that's going, let me here. I have some stuff I can organize here. Been getting minerals just from mining, which is kind of nice. Just means we get a little bit of extra bonus from all of our construction. Gonna check the trader too, see if there's any good ones. So you'll notice the base is currently at 60 kilopascals and 20 degrees. It varies in temperature depending on where exactly you are. Like it gets warmer the further you get away from the AC, which is in the atmospherics room, but it's only 21 degrees in what would theoretically be our hottest room because of the windows. Cosmic Crush or no, Nebula Nugget. Well, hold on. Nebula Nuggets, we could buy more ice, I guess, but we don't really have money. I'm kind of looking for the alloy guys to sell minerals like ores to. I don't think Cosmic Crush is going to buy anything from us. Yeah, when don't know, whenever I get a chance to play again, probably tomorrow, my day off from streaming. I told my nephew, because he seems to think that I just have every Tuesday off of everything, like I don't have to go to work or anything. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Joel Skunk, for following. We're not worthy. You are awesome. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Lots of stationeers. Satisfactory 1.0 starts on Wednesday. So if you like Satisfactory and you want to see me try to play it, I didn't say that. It's Satisfactory. You can't really play it incorrectly. Yeah, I say that. Definitely more or less efficient ways to play Satisfactory. You could handcraft everything. That would probably take a long time. Anyway, we're gonna try to play that starting on Wednesday 1.0. Now, Urban's been playing it. You're gonna be playing it with friends? Nice. Yeah, I couldn't convince any of my friends to play it with me. Nobody seems to like that game. I feel like all my friends like have such a different taste in games from me. It's a real bummer. Mighty Stooge says some people would hate it if you don't do the correct ratios. I mean, you definitely should. It's the more correct way, but I don't really worry about that stuff until you've unlocked all the later game stuff that maxes out the speed, because otherwise you're just gonna have to redo it anyway. Mighty Stooge has been waiting for 1.0. Like with Core Keeper. We gotta play more Core Keeper, by the way. You just send me a DM. We'll play it whenever. Well, I mean, you know, on the weekends. Or Tuesday nights, I guess. I know you're busy with the kids, as always. As all parents are. There's that new movie. Speaking of movies, chat. That new movie, Night Bitch. Which I thought was going to be something like Drive. Or like Nightcrawler. Maybe Nightcrawler is what made me think of this. No, it appears to be like an R-rated comedy about a woman turning into a dog. And I don't know. It looks so dumb. But you guys seem to think that Meet the Deedles look dumb, so maybe my taste radar is just way off. My taste-o-meter. Like, I want to watch Dude, Where's My Car, not Night Bitch. Yeah, okay. All right, Emmy. Okay, I want to play with competent individuals. How about that? Are there any competent individuals in this chat who are willing to play a game with me? Who are willing to do it right? I'm looking for a crew of people who are already good at the game that I don't have to teach. All right, that's fair though. That makes sense. Maybe I should only play games that I'm not good at. That way I can't get upset at people because they're doing it wrong. All right, we got 100 steel sheets. Let's see how long that lasts us. Like, I really want to play Barotrauma again, but I can't get a crew of people together that I would trust to not, like, crash the ship. And I'd have to play captain, so then I'd have to yell at people, because that's, like, how playing the captain works. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole problem that I have to deal with. That's the temperatures looking. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's just go out there. Yeah, that's true. Rilip says I like to play high learning curve games. I do. Because I think those are the best types of games. Games where, you know, it's easy to, or maybe not even necessarily easy to learn, but there's a lot of depth to it. I think easy to learn is certainly like a goal to strive for, but it's not the only goal to strive for. All right, there's that. So this will be another, we can get that ready by putting windows down. This will be our next hallway here. And then we'll have this whole space. Oh God. This might just end up being one long hallway. How long is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We might build one more room here and then just connect this via a long hallway, because yeah, I'm trying to find something to fill this space doesn't seem worth it. Just plastic these up. We're not gonna glass them yet. Okay, back to the frame grind. Put these back walls on. Okay, looks good. Plastic those up. All right. Excelente. So what I'm looking for, Mighty Stoosh. Mighty Stoosh says, I hate anyone else's building style. I don't hate anyone else's building style. I just happen to hate most people's building style in most games. I've seen some really awesome builds in like Satisfactory and Stationeers and Vintage Story, but I don't play with those people. Like, I don't think I'm a particularly good builder, but I do try to make things look at least plausible when I construct things. You know, heavy stuff on the bottom, light stuff on the top. Nothing that looks like it would fall off, like no floating structures. What were we talking about? I guess why nobody wants to play games with me. That's fair. I brought this on myself. Problem is, I could like bite my tongue, but I'd be miserable the whole time, and I don't want to be miserable while I'm playing a game. So it's like either I find people who are okay getting yelled at, or I find people who are really good at building, or I guess I could play games that don't have any building at all. That's an option. Or I just play games by myself, which is what I normally do. Although I'm really excited. I'm hoping my nephew will have his new laptop ready, because I want to teach him to play Civilization. Because I first got into Civilization when I was about his age, probably a little younger actually. So if we can get him into Civilization, then oh man, think of all the fun times we could have playing Civ, getting absolutely wrecked until he learns. All right, let's get this welded up now. Have I ever built anything in space? In this game, I haven't played really on the space map in a very long time. So not really. It looks interesting though. I'd definitely be willing to give it a try. Almost a little too easy, other than the lack of materials to build with. So you kind of have to start with rockets or trading. Then you don't really have anything to trade. I guess you could grow food somehow. I think the space map is mostly for sandbox construction. Access to increase my constructive criticism skill. Problem is, whether I say it in a nice way or like a shouty way, it's gonna everyone's gonna take it the same. It's like, you gotta build better. What are you doing? Why are you building this dirt hut here in the middle of town? This is the middle of town. This is where the beautiful town square should go. I don't know that that's a specific thing that actually happened, but it definitely sounds like something I would say. Like, how dare you build so close to my beautiful structures? People are going to associate it with me. Oh man, we need a lot of steel for this. Very expensive. But when it's done, at least it'll be sealed up, right? Weld. Spell out the rules, give advice, point out what you do like. All right. Maybe I should be more upfront with my building things. What I would really like is for people to run their ideas past me before they start building. I guess maybe that's what I gotta do. Like, before you start a big project, let me know what you're building, what materials you're using, like how much space it's gonna take up, if you've ever built anything before. And I have to, well, hold on now. Build better than the people I criticize. I think I do build better than the people I criticize. Showed you guys some of my vintage story creations. I wish, I don't have it anymore, but I had a beautiful Starbound world, which I know we don't have to talk about Starbound, but I built some pretty good stuff on that world that I thought looked pretty good. Like, maybe I can find the Imgur gallery of it, if I can ever dig that up. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on. See if I can find it. It might still be under my username. Imgur. I just need Imgur. I don't need to. Okay, I'm logged in. Imgur STEM Fair. Please go away. I just want to see my posts. Here we go. All right, I'm about to post a link in the chat. There you go. This is from 2016. So tell me what you think of my Hylotl planet in Starbound. We don't have to talk about Starbound directly, because you guys know how I feel about Starbound. Oh, Awaken says, I think this was the game I was reading about building a space station. It's not really a space station. You build like stations on planets mostly. There is a space map, but it's not really the same. It's very different play style. I think it's more for creative builds. Okay. Yeah, Starbound is just like worse Terraria. Like, with some interesting ideas, but unfortunately not really well executed in like a satisfying way, is how I would describe it. Oh no. There appears to be a piece of dirt poking through my wall. Disgusting. How dare this piece of dirt sully my good name. All right. Let's go see how it looks from outside. All right, looks good. Sun is almost coming up, I guess. We should build solar panels up here on the mountain. That might get us some good, more steady solar power. You know, we really don't need this area to be that big, honestly. We could probably do 5 across and call it a day. Have I ever seen Necess? I have seen Necess. I think, yeah, it's like RimWorld, right? I don't know, there's so many games like that now, it's hard to keep track of them all. Like, I didn't even know what Core Keeper was until you were talking about it, Mighty Stoosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just top-down Terraria. It's great. I love top-down stuff. One of my favorite points of view. From the top down. We got this awesome Katamari music. This is great. Makes me want to build even faster. Where's the Core Keeper stream? I don't know if I'm going to stream Core Keeper. I was just having fun with it. Or I was having fun playing with Mighty Stoosh. I don't know if I'm going to play it really single player very much. I played it a little bit yesterday. And I was like, eh. Like, I don't know. It seems really repetitive, which I realize it's not. I'm sure like people who have never played a lot of Terraria like I have, or a lot of Minecraft, are gonna be like, wow, this is so exciting and fun, because it doesn't really bring anything new to the table as far as I can tell. Maybe it does, you get further in. But yeah, I could definitely see it as like one of those you put on a podcast or whatever, or YouTube video or a movie, and you just play a little Core Keeper. Yeah, that kind of game. That works. Some people play Truck Simulator, some people play Power Wash, and I can play whatever. I can play Stationeers, actually. I do tend to watch videos when I play, when I'm not streaming. That's how I get all my video watching in. That and at work. Okay, so let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so we got to go one more set of frames here, and then we finish the wall, and then we got to get a big chimney, which I think we can just probably put in the middle, or maybe maybe closer to the edge, because it'll be thinner rock over there. This is the game I could stream. Play some Katamari on stream. They have it on Steam now. To play it on my PS2. It's a good game. Or at least, you know, it was fun. I only played through it once. And I was like, I don't need to play this again. Heck, I'd still have it if I hadn't traded in all my PS2 games when I graduated high school. That was a stupid idea. I should have just held on to those. I at least still have original San Andreas that I couldn't trade in. They're like, we can't take this because of the hot coffee mod. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll keep this, whatever. Man, I feel like I got scammed. Am I on an asteroid? I am on a planet called Vulcan, and I will, I'll give you a quick overview here once we head back to base. It is a volcanic planet that orbits a black hole. So let's get out of here. Go out the rock, I guess. So there's the black hole, and here's part of our base. This is the rocket launch platform that I'm currently working on. And our base, the main entrance, is over here. It is a black hole sun, yes, just like the song. Have I tried Starfield? No. Bethesda games don't do it for me, unfortunately. And from what I've heard of Starfield, it sounds like I especially wouldn't enjoy it, so I just haven't been interested in it. Heard about it, I'm like, Bethesda's doing it, wake me up when it's good. Alright, let's get this stuff put away, because we're not going to do that for a while. There's so much in it, you can do whatever you want. I can do whatever I want in real life. That's the beauty of it. But it just, the primary gameplay loop. I'm a gameplay guy when it comes to playing games. So my number one thing is, what is the primary gameplay loop? I got this from Yahtzee, by the way. I stole it. Thanks, Yachts. So the primary gameplay loop in Stationeers is gather resources, build machines, and I don't know, build a self-sustaining base, or at least more self-sustaining than it was before. Same reason I don't like No Man's Sky, I guess, is that it's like collect things to collect more things, and then I don't know, look at a funny cow and a funny cow animal. I watched oh man, Pepsi Man, let's go. Finally. We got to the Pepsi Man portion of the stream. I watched Possibly an Alien / Still Around Art play it when it first came out, because she was streaming it. And it's just like, it looked so boring. Like you're walking around and people are talking to you. It's like, ugh. It's another one of those games, you know? So many games give the illusion of immersion that it's like, I see what you're doing, game. You're trying to trick me, and it's not gonna work. What game is that? Starfield. What's she up to? What's Alien / Still Around Art up to? She's working. I think she teaches art classes and also is like the curator at an art museum. So she's doing like a ton of stuff right now. So she's been super busy. Starfield is trying to be an open world, but every interaction feels like the world revolves around the player. Yeah, that was my same problem with Skyrim. It's like, if you're gonna put me in an open world, I want the world to maybe like have its own life outside of me, which is what I really like about Shadows of Doubt, which is apparently coming out at the end of this month in 1.0. So expect maybe a little more of that too. Yeah, I've played enough games that I can see through the phony immersion aspect of things. Like, what I like about Stationeer is there's no pretense. It's like, this is the game, take it or leave it. It's a sandbox, do what you want. You know, I respect that. It's not trying to be like, oh, there's a deep mystery, try to figure out what's going on. Talk to the traders, they have more information. It's like, no, fuck you. Go on the Discord and learn how to make a cooling loop. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe a little bit. Probably why it's not a very popular game, let's be honest. A lot going on under the hood. Awaken built himself a home on a planet he does not remember. Interesting. I don't know, I played Elite Dangerous and kind of got the fun fly around and explore space vibes, but then I realized it was just going to be the same thing 1,000 times over, and I was like, I'm out. I mean, I played Freelancer back in the day, and I still have it. I have it on a shelf right over there. Maybe we'll play that someday, maybe with some adds like the community patch mods and stuff. X wants to redeem Sky. I mean, I'll play Skyrim if you want. I'll play it and I'll probably enjoy it a little bit, but I'm never gonna say that I really love it. 100, oh god. Star Citizen might, I don't know how much Star Citizen costs just to buy it, I guess. If you really want me to play it. Pepsi man. Have I ever played Enderall, the Skyrim? Of course not. No. The only mod I use for Skyrim is the community patch mod and the mod that skips the beginning. Because I've played through it so many times, I don't want to see it again. What in Oblivion is that? Could the legends be true? Is that really a dragon? You prisoner, with me. Ugh. I don't think I think I did the, what the fuck is this? No, skip. It's from Lisa the Painful. I don't even know what that is. I think I've done the, what's the Nord's name? One of the Stormcloak, the Stormcloak guy at the beginning. I think I've only followed him once just to see what it was like, and every other time I follow the Imperial guy. I mean, heck, look, I have no qualms playing. I guess I shouldn't say that. I prefer typically to play a game. I like Total Conversions, I guess, because it's like someone made their own game in the engine of another game, which, you know, makes it okay in my book. X says, I can't follow the Imperials. I like killing Thalmors too much. Well, I mean, the Imperials aren't really pro Talmor so much as they're under their yoke. You could probably get away with doing a little Talmor murder on the side. Damn elves. Should have known they were behind this. To the block, prisoner. Nice and slow. And then Macho Man Randy Savage flies down and screams, "Oh yeah!" And it starts raining giant Slim Jims. Now that's a mod I can get behind. Awaken says, you probably not like horror, but I like games that are beautiful visually. And there's a new game called Observation. Like Aliens. Okay, Observation. Let's take a look. Feel like I've heard something about that, but let's check. Let's check what it is. Yeah, Emmy's more of the horror person in the family. Why I'm Googling Steam on Steam. Observation. $24.99. Observation is a sci-fi thriller uncovering what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and the crew of her mission through the lens of the station's artificial intelligence, Sam. I do like playing as artificial intelligence. Looks a little too visual novel-y. Well, maybe not visual novel, but like walking simulator. Did win a BAFTA, which, I mean, you know what other game won a BAFTA? The Forgotten City. That was an awesome game. Originally a Skyrim mod, while we're talking about Skyrim mods. It was 80% off during the week. Oh man. I should have looked a little harder at some of the games that were on sale last week. I totally just, like, I whiffed on it, I guess. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's on sale. Cool. Oh well. Whatever. We got a whole nother stack of cobalt. Nice. Oh, there's a demo for it? I should check it out then. If there still is one. Okay, we have more steel. Not a lot, but hopefully enough to get a little more done. Yeah, it'll go back on sale eventually. This will probably be our last outing here. Should go see what the current situation is outside. It's the nice thing about PC gaming. There's always going to be a sale. What? Put it on your wish list. Or I can put it on my wish list. It doesn't matter. All right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, black hole setting. That's our power. Power production is increasing slowly. I assume that means the wind picked up. Because obviously our solar power be dropping off in the evening here. I'm just waiting for another game like Outer Wilds. Whenever the sequel to Outer Wilds or whatever they're working on now, I'm there for it. I don't care what it is. It could be a visual novel for all I care. I'm gonna play it. Then we gotta put on our suit before we go outside. That would be smart. Outer Wilds is not quite, because there's some platforming elements to it. It's like a platforming puzzle game, really. Set within a time loop, which you know I like. I think more games... here's what the perfect game for me would be... It's a time loop, but you've been shrunk down in like a bedroom or something. Like you're inside someone's house, you've been shrunk down like in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or Grounded, and you have to try to figure out the time loop and get big again by the end. That'd be the perfect game for me. It's all the high notes. There has to be building in it. Survival crafting game. How sick would it be to save up and make me play Death Stranding? Jack says, ever try Stuck in Time? No, that sounds great. Let me check that out. Stuck in Time. $7.99. Why does this look like Loop Hero? This looks like identical to Loop Hero. Plan your loops. Maybe that's why. Okay, let me add that to my wish list. That looks fun. Take a look at that. That looks a unique mix of adventure and idle game. It's from Housemate Incorporated. They've not made anything else that I can see. All right, cool. Excellent recommendation. Yeah, if you've got recommendations, I know we're talking about a bunch of games right now. I'm always looking for new games to try. And I don't trust like random people on the internet as much anymore, because I don't know who's getting paid to tell me to buy something. But if you're just a random person in chat, you know, I can trust you. You seem like a trustworthy young man. Buy a game on word of mouth alone. Okay, now we get to drill out the ceiling here so we can actually build. We're gonna get sucked up a bit. We missed a spot. Whoops. Hold on. Drop it down. Okay, there's one there. Keep bringing it over. Yep. Just keep on drilling. So what would be the perfect game for me? Actually, so what I would really like is basically, so we're talking about time loop. I'm basically thinking Groundhog Day the game, where you are in a small town and you're stuck in a time loop and like things happen on set schedules. So basically Outer Wilds, except instead of in space, you're in a small town and like there's people you can talk to. So I guess it'd be a little bit like the Hidden City or the Forgotten City or whatever. I can never remember the name of it. This is so generic, but it's basically like that. There's people you can talk to and there's a mystery and you try to figure things out, and there's items you can collect, although nothing carries over except your knowledge. I do just want to play Groundhog Day, the game. The game, yes. Hopefully Bill Murray's in it. Although I feel like Bill Murray, much like Jack Black, may be washed. I don't have anything to back this up, but I don't know. Old people are weird, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the last wall on this end. You guys think this is big enough? I mean, this is massive, right? Like we can fit multiple tanks in here. We're just gonna need some filtration units, and then the pipes can go wherever. So this is probably fine. Jay Gibbs never knew what Outer Wilds was about. It's amazing. It is my top 1 game of all time. And that's coming from me. I normally play strategy, simulation, sandbox games. Outer Wilds was an experience. And you sadly you can never do it again because you only get the one time. But it's a great ride. So it's not for everybody. I mean, no game is, but if you know how to play games and you know how to like jump, I think you can figure it out. And you know how to read. That's like the bare minimum you need. Like Emmy can't play it because she can't play games. It's not a personal failing. That's just how she is. She doesn't play games. She's not like me. All right, let's try to get rid of some of this excess rock out here, kind of sticking out. Some of these voxels are very annoying. And now we're gonna clean up the ceiling here, weld up what we can. We brought 48 steel sheets, so I should have plenty. Some cobalt in here, we'll take that. Never have too much cobalt. You don't use a lot of it, but when you do, you need it. You need a whole stack. Magic says, sorry for your loss of not being able to play games. Directed towards Emmykins. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but it's also nice we don't step on each other's toes when it comes to our hobbies. Like, she watches movies, I play video games. You know, we don't occupy the same physical space when we're doing things, which is kind of nice. She can watch a movie and I can play a game, and everybody's happy. All right. All right. Awaken is saying, I have a game in my Steam wishlist. The release date is December 2029. That's ridiculous. I'm surprised they even have a release date out that far. How do they know? Emmy says she can play some games. I mean, you can physically play them. And you're just gonna say Super Mario Brothers 3, which is a game from 30 years ago. Okay, all right. Let's see what else. What else? Hamburger Sandwiches, I was starting to worry you weren't going to stream tonight. Well, I was technically. I was over on Ice King stream for his birthday. He turned 50 today, which is insane. I didn't know people could get that old, but I mean, we've seen Rilip, so we know it's possible. And my man baby coworker who loves Star Wars is rapidly approaching 50. And you can definitely tell he's always complaining about how sore he is or whatever, and I'm like, ugh. Have you considered stretching? All right, let's get this wall up here. I can see Firewatch never, I don't know, we're talking about like narrative driven games. Firewatch always, I'm out of frames. God damn it. Okay, well, that's fine. We got to wrap it up for the night anyway. So let's go ahead and finish this wall at least. And we'll have to come back and finish the rest of it next time. Actually, I'll probably finish this off stream and show it off next Monday. We get back to Stationeers. Any percent speedrun to 50 years old? I think everybody's got about the same. Maybe the astronauts are a little behind on account of time dilation. So yeah, pretty much we need to prettify the outside a little bit. Maybe we could bring the terrain modifier over here and cover some of this up, or just leave it, whatever. It's not a huge deal. We could maybe put some cladding down. But we'll see. We'll see what looks good. Anyway, let's head back to base and we'll wrap it up. And if you're wondering why I'm using the jetpack so much, it's because I figured I finally started refilling it. So now I don't have to worry about running out. So I'm willing to just fly around. No big deal. All right, we're here. We're back in base. Everything's running. Everything looks good. Power is presumably good. So let's get out of here. And yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll be starting Satisfactory. I know everybody's excited about that. Get the stream ending thing going here. Slightly shorter stream, kind of. We did about 2 hours. But I was streaming over on the Ice King's channel, so if you missed that, you missed it. Sorry. See if there's anybody doing some Stationeers tonight or anything. Anybody that, nope. Someone's playing Cookie Kingdom, which I don't even know what that is. Filter by category. Hamburger Sandwich is gonna play. Ah, here we go. Somebody playing on Venus. Oh my goodness. All right. Or we could do something else. I will do Venus. Like Venus Man. He appears to be some kind of VTuber character. So let's go see what this guy's up to. He's playing on Venus. Venus is nasty, as you guys know. And I will be back on Wednesday. We're gonna play Satisfactory. Satisfactory 1.0 starts, so that'll be exciting. Anyway, everybody have a great night, and I will see you then. Here we go.